Alright, what's up guys, it's Canuck. Today we're going to talk about the balance changes for this Wednesday, June 13th for Power Rangers Legacy Wars. So, we'll start right at the top here. One question we get a lot, gets a lot, is how do we choose who gets affected by the balance changes? This is a process that involves many factors like win rate, usage, player feedback, and also our own feelings on where we think the warriors stand. So their usual starting point, right? While collecting plenty of feedback on the Street Fighter characters, these characters have not had enough time to settle within the meta. With only being a few weeks old, it's not enough time to see where they settle and then make the adjustments if needed. The list below is made up of feedback and data with a heavier emphasis on feedback. We will continue to make further adjustments down the road. Please continue to give us your feedback as it's greatly appreciated and makes a great impact. Now, I'll just stop right there because this is a very feedback heavy balance update. So, we can continue on that, but this is very feedback heavy. So, as you see, we start with Lauren Shiba Leader. So, we wanted to address a few issues that plague Lauren, one of which was both the speed and damage of kanji attack. That's the fireballs. Too often it felt more like a liability than an advantage, even when set up properly. We also reduced the cost of her fire sword charge, which allowed for higher connectivity between her abilities. So Kanji Blast's damage was increased by 25% and the startup speed was increased by approximately 12%. The fire sword charge, the cost was just reduced from 4 to 3. I'm sorry guys, but I think Lauren is gonna make a big comeback. I don't know if you played back in the day when the game was first released, but Lauren was always a pain to play against. This is going to be crazy. I'm thinking she's going to be pretty meta at this point, but don't tell anyone I said that. Alright, so Lauren Assist. Oh no. They keep doing things to Lauren Assist and it keeps making the community pretty angry because Lauren Assist used to be really good at a 5 cost and then all the damage, all the critical damage. But regardless, let's see what they did this time. So the current assist hits hard and then has a small damage over time effect. If you hit your opponent before the DOT expires, the DOT effect is removed. However, the duration of the effect is fairly short. There is little to no response the opponent can take to counteract the effect. Our plan is to bring risk and reward to the ability. The ability now hits half as hard, but the damage and duration of the DOT have been increased. I don't like this, but I like what's coming up next. So Fire Sword / reduced damage of hit reduced by approximately 46%. The DOT duration increased from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, and the DOT tick damage was increased by approximately 250%. That is crazy. So, yeah, there's a risk, but there's a pretty big reward in that. You'll see a lot of damage over time wins, that's for sure. So, yes, we're getting there. We got our boy Zane. I don't use Zane. I can't say that. I like using Zane to bug people a little bit, but I don't use Zane on a day-to-day basis. I use Rita, MMPR Rita. Not many others. So let's go Zane in Space Simmer. Zane is a polarizing warrior. Those who play him enjoy the unpredictability they place on their opponent. Pause. Zane is very predictable. He's just going to Silverizer Slash into the 5 cost breaker that I can't remember what it costs. But let's move on. But those playing against him lament that same unpredictable nature. We want the experience to feel good for both. we've made a couple changes to address the concerns. Silverizer Slash startup speed reduced by approximately 60%. Increased damage by 33%. RIP! Okay, so Gia. Oh, let's hope they give Gia some love. So Gia, leader. We love Gia, but we believe her potential is being overlooked by the community. We reviewed her current state and determined she needed a bit of a boost. Yes, her stun gun trio was a bit underpowered and has been boosted a bit. Her sword stinger was not behaving consistently and as a result would miss some damage. It now hits more consistently. So stun gun trio increased damage by approximately 70%. That is insane. I'm stoked for that. I used to love playing Gia back in the day. The sword stinger hits 3 times more consistently. That's pretty cool too, I guess. So ZhUdonna, oof. ZhUdonna is ZhUdonna is strong and we like that. Not like when you're playing against her and you spend most of the match frozen. We feel the freeze effect EP cost was too low and as a result have increased the cost to match its effectiveness. Ice Storm cost increased from 3 to 4, Cold Spell cost increased from 4 to 5. RIP. Wesley Collins, oof, let's hope they give him a little love. So let's see. When first released, this warrior's abilities were a bit underpowered. This was undesired, and the damage adjustment is to bring them in line with the average damage of most warriors. So fast forward, the damage is increased by approximately 50%. Jen, it says the same thing, but temporal takedown is increased by 200%, and saber laser is increased by 85%. Jen could be dangerous with this update. Just dangerous. Oof. Okay, so let's talk about TJ now. So when first released, this warrior was the same thing as Jen and Wes. Astrax combo increased the damage by 20%. So remember at the back, at the beginning of this, when they said we don't want to touch Street Fighter characters because it's too soon, they're too meta. Well, I think they're nerfing what is considered meta, which is their projectiles. So let's talk about it. Across the board, Street Fighter warrior projectiles release too fast. Yep, we have slowed them down to fall more in line with the Power Ranger warriors. So startup slowed down by about 50% for his Hadouken, Guile. Across the board, same thing as Ryu, whatever, Sonic Boom. Startup slowed by about 50%. Chun-Li, I bet you it's 60% this time. So her Kikoken is slowed by approximately 60%. Akuma, across the board, Street Fighter, same thing. His Gahadoken is slowed down about 40%. Now, I know this was a quickie video. I kind of rushed through it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'll reply to all the comments. Generally, I'm pretty good at that. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. I've just been really busy. I just moved across the country and all this other stuff's happening. Life sort of hit me in the face. So I promise to be to post more often. I know I say weekly, but I can't commit to weekly. But I'm going to try my best, and hopefully I can see you guys again next week.